Alright, let's go. I need to stop being a bitch. Just click record, yo. Click record and go. Jesus, let me show you what I was just about to do too. I have Darkest Dungeon now. Because I was playing Stalker 2 for a little bit, which was taking too much time, but I wanted to, I don't know, I wanted to play something for some reason. I don't know, something survivally. I don't really know why. I just felt something in me. So I got Stalker 2, played that for a while. Ended up quitting, doesn't really matter, but Darkest Dungeon is solid just to play for like a little here and there. Stalker just wasn't, it was kind of like, you get a quest, and then it's not, nothing is really explained. It's not like, hey, there's a guy we're looking for, and whatever, he's in this area or something like that, go take a look. It's, there's a guy somewhere, but then your map knows exactly where he is, and there's no way to turn that off. So there's no way, there's no info to go off of, and you're just supposed to follow the map. So it's very fetchy. It's like, it just doesn't make any sense. It's like, we're hunting for a guy, and then you update your map, and the guy's on X4Y7. And you're like, he never even told me where he was. He never said it in the dialogue. He never said he's near this area. He's near nothing. None of that at all. Excuse me. The gameplay is cool. The fighting is cool. The selling is cool. It's really easy to get a lot of loot, and I don't like that part. But the quest shit. So I wanted to play something, and then I was watching fucking XQC playing Arc Raiders. I watched him play for like, I don't even know, 7 hours this weekend or something. And then, yeah, like 4 hours, and then 2, and then 1. So yeah, like 7 hours. Here it is. Like right here, I was just about to freaking watch more of this. I was like, bro, what am I doing? Dude, grind it up. Grind the fucking programming, bro. What am I doing here wasting time? Like a little here and there, but... Ay, so stupid. Okay, so there were the different cases for when we're using, or when we have invalid input. There's, so character input could fail, meaning that there's nothing to extract. So like we're extracting to an integer, okay? Oh, we don't have an integer in the buffer, can't extract. Therefore we fail in the next calls to extract because that shit is still in the buffer. We haven't cleared it. We can do that by ignoring what's in the buffer, and we can reset character input using dot clear, I think. Let me check. Yes. So we can clear character input, but if we don't do that, we could clear it and then extract it to something that's correct, or what we should be doing is just clear the buffer, reset it, and then get input again. So we can put this in a while loop as we're trying to get valid input. Say, yo, that was totally invalid and it failed. We're going to do this. And let's see. So we could do, if we do that, we need to, 1, ignore the input so that we can extract it. And 2, also clear it. And then in general, that's invalid input. So even if we did, if we were handling extraneous input, so like we're looking for an integer and someone puts in an integer but then a character, the integer gets extracted. Yeah, that's cool. And then the character gets ignored. But if someone led with the wrong input, then this wouldn't match. We could check the character. We could say, well, actually, no, it would just fail totally. It's not like, oh, hey, it extracted, but it was out of range. You gave us a 5, but we're only looking for stuff that's greater than 5 and less than 2. 5 doesn't work. It's in that bad range in between. So then do this. In this case, we're talking about extracting a character to an integer, or like an integer to a character, something that is wrong and cannot be extracted because it doesn't match the data type of the variable we're extracting to. In that case, character input will fail, and we actually have to reset the thing. So if we said, we'll just get a little program going on here. Oops. There we go. And we said, we'll just do getting an integer. I need to stop doing the enter shit so much. I keep on doing multiple lines like I'm doing main. And this is, this should be a while loop. So while true, that way this continually executes until, like, there's just a way of thinking I hadn't thought about. Make an infinite loop, but you can get out of the infinite loop. So, and you can return, it'll eventually return the value. So if you don't get that value, if the value is not accurate, then it'll keep on going here. So we're gonna say first, enter an integer, and we're gonna say, there's going to be an integer called userInt. Its value initialized to 0. We're going to extract to it. We also need another function here in a second to ignore, but we don't need it just yet. It's fine. UserInt. And if this fails, then this line 9 is going to end, and we're going to go on to whatever the next is. And userInt is still going to be some wrong input. Let's just return 5. And then we'll just say, just see what happens. I'm curious what happens here. What is the issue? Oh, I haven't deleted the old shit. I knew I didn't save it last time. No, bro. Who is pressing Alt? Nobody is pressing Alt, bro. Bro. Oh, bro, why am I value initializing in here? What the fuck is happening? So if we just put in A, then nothing happens. Okay. Which means let's actually, yeah, and then we'll just output it. So if we do A, it still returns 5 in the end. So we'll just do some debug, step through. We've called it now. Cool. Int value initialized that. We've now tried to extract input. We put an A. It is still 0 because it failed. Yep. And then it returns 5. Okay. So in this case, we have this test variable. It's fine. But we're going to say so we want to make sure a couple things. One, if failed, get input again. Error and get input again. But in this case, we do the error. We could do. I think standard error works here. So we'll say if not standard character input, because there's only one character input object, and it has a buffer. And if we put in A, it can't get extracted to this integer userInt. So, and this is going to be const, just so it can't be changed. And then if we do this and then this, does it create this again? It seems like it does. It's local in the scope. So I think we can do that. What is happening here? Bro? Oh wait, if it's const, we can't exactly do that. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so this guy could be const, but up here could not. Makes sense. Okay, cool. So if if standard character, if extraction failed, then we need to say standard character input clear, reset standard character input so it can extract again, and then we need to do clear input buffer. And here we'll do void clear input buffer. Okay, we need to include limits. Need not standard stream size, but we need standard numeric limits to get maximum value of a standard stream size. Okay. We're going to say we're going to ignore up until a certain character. So we ignore everything else so that we've cleared it so that it can extract input again. And then we have cleared all the characters in it up to an end line, which is basically everything, seems like. Well, if we enter A in the end line, then it would clear the A and clear the whatever. And then whenever we are extracting, I think it clears the end line, so then we're good to go. It clears whatever white space, so this is cool. So the point is to clear whatever the rest is, so that like if someone puts in multiple things and then we have our end, well, if we do character input, it's going to pull from whatever is still there. So what we're doing is we're clearing all the rest, so that way only our block is at the end, our end line. That way whenever we try and extract again, it'll see, oh, there's an end line. Okay, kill that, discard that white space. What's new? And then get more input from the user. So in this case, we're gonna do standard numeric limits, and we need to pass it max. So this is gonna be max. Well, ooh, that's interesting. We can't do max yet unless we standard numeric. Wait, that's right? Numeric limits, yeah. Standard numeric limits, and we're going to pass it a standard stream size and the maximum. So the maximum of a standard stream size for numeric limits. So within numeric limits, I guess it's some sort of object or something, and it has this function within it, or this is like a namespace, seems like. Numeric limits has a namespace, and there's some sort of template shit in there where we can call max for a stream size, or max for a whatever, the max of some sort of storage thing. Stream size can store some stuff. It's some length, some amount of characters it seems like it can store. So we're getting the most it can store, boom, and we're ignoring all of them until this, whenever we call this. So then we'll clear the input buffer. They haven't returned anything yet. Excuse me. Wait, what? Really? Why is it cool? What? This doesn't return anything. Oh, because we're not calling him yet, so it doesn't matter. Okie doke. So we're saying, yeah, well, true. If extraction failed, each time this happens, we're going to do this. So first we're going to say, I'm going to move this down here because we need to create this variable once, but each time we need to re-extract. Oh wait, this is already in the, never mind. This is already within the while loop. Actually, I guess this is okay because it's creating this variable in the loop. Wasn't there something with for loops or something where it was weird? We didn't want to create it. Oh, it's because we were trying to, like, oftentimes with a for loop, we're trying to access something outside of it. So if we declare it within the scope of the for loop, it's gone. But here it should be okay. Get into simply just a loop that tries to get integer input until it's finally fucking valid. If extraction failed, error, and get input again. Oh, and that means we need to error. So we'll say standard error. Oh, standard character error. Error. Invalid. Or data or entered data type does not match extraction target data type. Okay. And I think we have to do that and then this to continue. Input buffer cleared and standard character input reset for re-extraction or for further extraction attempts. Wow, that reads like a fucking extraction shooter. Seeing extraction like that, I love that word, extract. That's so cool. All right. So each time we fail, we need, yo, here's the variable. Yo, enter the fucking info. I hate that this color went back to white because of copy pasting it. Like that's fucking annoying. And it doesn't go back if we go backwards either. So I don't know how to fix that. I got to figure that out later. Because now this isn't the same as an object. Variables before are like int x. Or I guess the data type? I don't know. Oh, here, it's back. It's back, actually. I don't know, it changed. Okay. Maybe it's time. I don't know. Or clicking somewhere else. So if we copy this and paste it there, let me say int x. I don't know. Is it just building? Is it saving? It's not. Neither. Okay. So if we failed, error and get input again. And, oh, we also need to, oh yeah, so that's ignoring. Clears remaining characters in input buffer until the end line. This is pretty generic. Okay. What else? So if we failed to extract, do this. If we extracted too much shit, so if we did standard character input dot peak, and it is not the inline, then again clear input buffer. If too many characters, or if multiple inputs entered, if multiple different data type ones, because if it's the same data type, then it wouldn't matter. But if extra data entered, clear it and error. Same thing here. I think we also need to error it out. So we'll do standard character error, extraneous input entered. Or it's not an error, but we'll just say warning, extraneous input entered. Cleared extraneous input. Cool. What else? So if there's extraneous input, if it's a failed extraction, if it works and there's too much, then we clear it. Honestly, I should have been testing each of these times I failed. I should have done a unit test for this and then this, but I could technically do this now. Oops. Okay, so we could do, oh wait, actually we could do Control KC. Control KC. Oh no, it does not undo. Okay, well I can just undo. So we'll do this, we'll do an X, int test, get int, and then output test. That way it is being used. Cool. I'm gonna say 5A. Oh. 5A. So if I just did 5. Oh. Oh wait, we're not returning though. So this is if not, okay, interesting. So this means failed at some point, meaning like it failed to do some pieces. I think it's gonna reset then if we do that. So maybe we say 5. Okay, we're cool. Oh, the problem was, well, if we don't put this, and then we run it, let me do 5. Oh, 5 still works. Oh, but the problem is 5A not working. 5A. Means the last extraction failed. So it extracted, so I guess it was trying to take, well, and then what happens then? If we say return user int. $5A? Oh, okay. So, really? So that's fine. But if I say 5A, here's the error. So the error is, oh, it's because in one iteration of the loop, we have successfully extracted 5 to here, but then, and it hasn't failed, and then we loop again. Another user int. Output. And instantly extract. So the tail should be that there's a second intern int thing here. And it would extract A into this, and then it would fail. Okay. Yes, it did. So it did 5. We did this. And then instead of it saying error, it says enter an int again. So it entered. We put shit in. We did it. And it extracted 5 and was cool. But then it prompted again, which means that's what happened. So if we don't return, oh, and we should be continuing here. Oops, return, I don't know why I was doing user int, or returning 5. Oh, shit. Oh, okay, good. Okay, cool. All right, so now here, we're gonna say return user int, and then here, we're gonna say continue. So now, if it failed to extract, then we continue and start again. And we clear it anyway. If we didn't fail, but we had extra shit, then clear the extra shit. We didn't fail. We're cool. And then go. And if extra shit was in there, eventually it'll fail and then it'll clear the shit out itself. And then we return the proper characters. So now we can have int x, or we can have constant x. And it is, we'll just say get int, and then x. Q. We say 5, boom. We say 5A, boom. Did not fail. We had extracted. Oh, we got extra shit. Clear it. That way we can do another get int later on, and it will extract. It won't try and extract the extra shit. The extra shit has already been cleared. Cool. And now if we do A5, error, data type does not match the extraction target data type. They should say targets data type. Excuse me, extraction targets data type. A5, input buffer cleared, and it reset. Oh, and this needs to have an inline. I thought that I missed that earlier, but then I forgot. A5, boom, 5. Boom. Cool, so we're handling extra input. And handles, so handles failed extractions. So returns user int. Handles failed extractions and clears extraneous input. I'm trying to remember what the other thing is, because this was case 3. So we have extra input. Obviously we have it worked. We have failure to extract. But then in the beginning, what else? So now we can peek in the buffer to see if there's extra shit to clear it. That's kind of like housekeeping or future-proofing something. Because if someone enters proper input, we're good. But if they enter bad input, we're bad. Or like extra input, we're bad. Like trying to speed run a text-based RPG by knowing what the other answers are. So we put them all in now so it just goes through. We don't want that. So we clear extra. We fix invalid. And then what else? I'm trying to remember. I want to click it and go back and look, but I'm trying to engage the memory. Nothing is coming up. I should have done this earlier and then watched the games before bed instead of starting this too late. The issues with extracting character input. What are the things someone could do? They could just put in whatever, and it's invalid input. Okay, we handle that and reprompt them. Cool. And we clear the buffer, and we reset character input like it's a switch, like it's a breaker. The electricity was too much. They put in broken shit. We gotta flip that thing so it's back on, because otherwise it's off to prevent short circuiting. So subsequent extractions would fail automatically and not do shit. So, and it would return false character input. The object returns false? It's like it has a function that doesn't even have an operator? That's interesting. Because, so, is it a function? Because if it was a void function, it'd be like, oh, okay, character output is a void function. So when we call it, or, no, but we're not using parentheses. So it's got to be an object, I think. Excuse me, we can also put in too much input at a time. So we could put in the wrong thing. We could put in the right thing, but multiple in a row. There's failed or wrong. And then there's inaccurate input or too much input. I don't know. It succeeds, but it's meaningless. Oh. And then in that case, we just do, what, a switch case. Yeah. So in this case, it doesn't matter, because the only options are integers. I should have considered other data types. Like, if it's a character, okay. Well, hell, I mean, I could do it. I could literally just swap this to be get char. When I say char, char is fucking weird. People who say char are insane. Get char. Because char is character. Go. Uh-oh. Oh, that is a character. What was even the error? I don't even know. Line 37. No message? Huh? Return user care. Hello? Yo? Am I retarded? Am I missing a semicolon? Because this guy can be const. Yeah. Because it's being initialized, so the value is never changing. It's initialized with that value. Clear input buffer is cool. Trying to utilize the IDE to see anything. Get care. Can be made static. Well, yeah, because it's not being used somewhere else. That's cool. That's good to know. Bro? What are you yapping about? What's happening here? User character. Oh, it is still an int. I thought I changed that. Yeah, so if I enter, yeah, like, Can't I do that? I'm pretty sure I can. Like that. Oops. Needs to be one more. Needs to end again. I like putting the spaces just so I can see what the hell's going on. Okay. Oh, we entered K, and then we printed K. Okay. So we have... If there's extra shit, we want to clear it so that it doesn't get fucked up down the line. We don't... I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be an issue, but I want it to be one question, one answer. I don't say one question, and then you read my mind, and then you answer multiple. Or you accidentally type extra shit, and then those answers count against you because those are now your answers, even though you didn't mean to put in extra shit. Like I put in the next 4 attacks I'm going to do in Pokemon, instead of saying, hey, let's do one by one because maybe my guy's fucked up and I need to heal him, or I need to bring him out or swap him or whatever. Don't make all the decisions in the beginning. This isn't fucking Hikaru Nakamura in chess where you can pick 17 different moves and then just win because you've already predicted what the other guy's going to do. So in this case, i.e. handle invalid input, i.e. handle extraneous input. And then this is not what would do the other stuff. This just makes sure that, hey, character. Hey, not too much shit. We would have another that is int character get user operator. And we would say const character, character, user character, get character, is that what the function's called? Yeah, get character, and then a switch on get character, and then we have case plus, case minus, case multiplication, case division, and case remainder. Okay. And in these cases, we want purposeful fall through, which I think that's why it's erroring so many times. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, hold it. Is it... What's the issue here, yo? What's wrong? Wait, what's happening here? What do you mean? A character... A pointer to a char? What does it even mean? A character pointed to a something? Are you sure? Because that's definitely a character. What if we just said just character X and it's X, and then we just say X? Oh, so in this case we're cool with that, but in this case, returning a character so what if we said get character? What if we said const get character? Oh my fucking god. We were doing a pointer. I put in the identifier. God damn it, I knew it. Yep. Wait, what? No. I was tripping that much? Oh my god. In the switch, I put in... Oh my god, in the switch, I put in the function that I'm initializing this thing as, and I gave it an initializer value of a pointer to this function, so I'm switching on a pointer to a character returning function? Oh my god. I fucked that up bad. Holy cowser. So in this case, we're saying, is the character valid? So in this case, we call it, and it gets something. And if we say switch this, return this, default, and I can actually do that without having to backspace, default oh, and we can say same shit here. And we don't need scope here because it's the same shit. The scope is implied here, so you could put multiple lines. So we could do standard character error, character is not an operator. So there's plus, minus, multiplication, division, or well, actually, I don't even need that. Okay. That's the default. And this here will all be in a while loop. All true. We're getting characters until the character, or until you enter a fucking character and you don't enter too much shit. And finally, you haven't entered too much shit? Okay. Is a motherfucker valid? And we say continue. Or, I mean, well, yeah, this is a return. In this case, this could be, I mean, yeah, if you continue, then you go through the loop. You could break out of the case and then continue. And what would that look like? If you said break and then continue, that just wouldn't make any sense. Or, yeah, maybe we don't, what would we even want? What would be the best here? So you could say, I think continue makes the most sense. So now we could say, okay, oh. Oh wait, well yeah, because we only did it this way, which doesn't check. So this is get user operator, which is the function that gets a character, checks if a user input if user character is an operator. Boom. Okay. Bam. And this needs. Wait, what? Oh, oops, here we go. Minus, finally. Now we have gotten it. So we have IE handles meaningless input. So there's meaningless valid. So there's meaningless valid input. There's any extraneous input, or different data type extraneous input, something like that. We'll just say handles extraneous input, handle invalid input. Okay. Valid or not, we don't know because it's in the future. Because it's extraneous, we're not using it now. We use it in the future, yo. KO. Okie doker. 41 minutos. Yeah, let's keep going. I'll keep going, and then I'm trying to think of the scheduling. I don't know. I want to do every day. I want to get a bunch of new information in my brain, but that way I can keep learning. But I also want to do a little quizzo on previous information. So in this case, I'm not going to fuck to sleep. I'm just going to take a little productivity hit. So I'm going to bed at 11, which means I have 36 minutes left, which means we'll do the last 20 minutes of every day. I want to say 30, because then 30 is a sixth. It's 18% of the time. Let's say that. I'll go for 6 more minutes, and it'll be... So today I'm just taking a hit. I didn't do as much. It's only going to be like an hour and 50 instead of 2.5 hours. So I'm 40 minutes short on learning time. But then I'll still get the testing time in. And the testing time will be 30 full minutes of hopefully at least one, but at least part of one, maybe multiple, perplexity quizzes where I say, yo, check out Learn CPP, and it can read one website from a link, but it can't go into further links. It can't do all that craziness. But it can find all the information on that first page and say, hey, yes, okay, I understand the shit from chapters 1 through 9. These are these topics which I'm already trained on. Cool. Make me, the human, a quiz asking me all kinds of crazy shit about all those, anything that I would need to know. So I can, whatever, just do that. And then they'll do that. And then I am constantly testing myself and having to recall previous shit. Like tonight, I'm going to have to make sure that it knows that it's doing chapter 0. It's including 5, 6, 7. And also bit manipulation, this chapter. Oh. That way I'm just familiar with all the shit. So if I need any of it, I got it in the brain. Constantly quizzing myself. So that way, even if it's just once a week, I end up having a question on how to do, if you have an unsigned int sequence of binary, or just an unsigned int, which can be read in binary. You read them in binary. What are the values in binary? Like, how do I get a specific one? It's like, I think we include bit set, and then I can do a print somehow, like print a bit set, or I think I can print. I think I have to print and cast it to a bit set in order to print it in binary. I think that's how I have to do it. And then I have to store it in binary, I think, something like that. Because I remember storing it as like 0, 1, whatever the fuck. Oh god, but then you have like the bitwise operators. I remember some, but not all. I remember that there's like extraction and insertion, and then some other ones I don't really remember. Like equals in those ones too, I think, maybe. Like the logical bitwise operators, I think. Okay. Oh, checking for EOF. Okay, extraction fails. Yep. So once it has failed, future requests for extraction. Gotcha. Seems like anything in character input then. Because calling ignore doesn't mean we're passing anything. We're not using the insertion or the extraction operator. We're just calling the ignore function, or the ignore member function of the character input object. Interesting. Okay, clear first. Oh, true. So we should probably clear before we were doing anything. I think I might have already been. Yeah, I was. Because otherwise it might have still been airing out, actually. Not Dark and Darker or Darkest Dungeon. Okay. Yep, so what do you do here? Yep, so if it failed, clear it, ignore the line, and continue. Meaning we have failed, so continue to the next one. Cool. Sounds good. Oh, and he does it even if it's just regular successful. Oh, so there's no check here though for extra additional input. I mean, you may as well check, right? I mean, surely it takes like ignoring and removing shit from the buffer. Well, that's the question. Is clearing a buffer more or less intensive than just looking at the next character? It's gotta be more intensive, right? So it seems like you may as well just add a little if condition here. You can just say if. Yeah, I just don't know. I'm just ignorant about it. If standard character input dot peak. Is he the n line? Is he \n? We're good to go. If he's not, ignore the line and return. So yeah, you could just, it doesn't even have to be nested. It could just be boom, boom. Doesn't have to be some big old little single scope thing, nothing. No block, nothing. For fundamental types, a failed extraction will cause it to be assigned 0. Gotcha. So if you're extracting to an integer and you're trying to extract A, ooh, it gave him 0. Ooh, you're trying to extract to a character and you enter 3. Ooh, it actually gave him 0, seems like. It's fine to call clear even when it hasn't failed. It won't do anything. Okay, so it won't flip-flop. That's cool. Which would be stupid if it was. In cases where we're going to call ignore line regardless, we can essentially combine them. Oh, meaning so you're clearing it anyways? Oh, but that just seems like... Wouldn't you want... Why would you want to call clear anyways? What do you mean if success? Oh, I mean, you just check the value? Or you just if standard... What do you mean right there? It should just be return X at this point. Oh, bool success. That's stupid. You have bool success. Wait, bro. You could just say, why is success there? Isn't that redundant? Why do we need success? Just say if standard character input instead of having to have success and assign it the value of character input. You may as well just check it once. Like, yo, what are you doing? I don't even know. All right. And now next tomorrow is checking for EOF. Okie dokus. Excuse me. Next part. What have I been looking up? Who knows? Single player extraction shit. What did it say? Oh wait, there are none. GG. Oh, I actually was kind of tempted to do. Witchfire is not extraction. It's just there's no looting. There's no get out with loot at the right time, and there's a bunch of smart different AI. I'm tempted to do single player mod in Tarkov, but the quests are just so damn. But the people, fuck. I don't know. It seems it'd probably be pretty good going through the map and killing a bunch of enemies, but then maybe it eventually gets boring. But you still can die, so I don't know. I'd have to feel that out honestly. I think the people are the most dynamic part about the whole thing, though. It's the highs and the fucking lows. Fuck. Alright. Yeah, and you keep the loot from the AI only lobby, so maybe, I don't know. Alright. So we'll do... What? Fix the cursor? Oh, that was insert. I remember that. Oh, let's try another one. In VS 2022, if I copy and paste excuse me, a variable. Its name goes from blue. Is that the same for globals? Yes. Does it go from gray to white? No. Let's see, does it know anything? Nope. I'm not gonna fucking restart it, but let's test that. Oh, space actually helps. You do. Okay, you put a space right next to it. Alright, that fixes. Good to know. Okay, so we say... Alright, I'm just gonna kill this page. Please generate me a quiz based on... Or, what can you see on this page? What are the chapters that you see? What about chapter 0 and chapter... Excuse me. What about chapter 0 and O? Bit. No, that's not what it says. Typical contents is a lie. Alright, I don't want the context. Nope. Taking longer? Maybe that means good? Just testing so I can maybe use this as like a repeat thread. Are we good? What's happening here? Yo? What? Oh, what the f- It thought for like a quarter of a second. There's no way. Yeah, that's trash. What? There's no way. Oh, it must not have access anymore. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay. Alright, well. Damn, maybe that's the strat. Every day I use the valuable. Oh shit, you know what? Let's do. What if I did incognito? Test. Fuck. Alright, let's sign out. And sign in as. We can do that. It's fine. Oh, fuck. Okay. Ah, well, is what it is. Oh. Oh? Where's O? It's missing. It doesn't even have 3. Ay, bro. Oh, these are so bad. Alright, well. I'm gonna hide this, I guess. Well, you know what? Nah, I can't even trust it. Be right back.